Hello, Isaac Nami here, and welcome to my podcast. So today we're going to be going over a story about hope and how hope is just so very present in so many people's lives. And today we are going to be diving into Lionel Messi, a soccer player from Argentina, and possibly one of the best soccer players of all time. So to begin, Messi was born in Rosario, Argentina. And when he was born with a growth hormone deficiency. So basically, he wasn't growing and getting the same amount of hormones that a young kid was. And so he was a lot shorter, a lot smaller than most young kids. And especially being from a poor family in Argentina, it was really hard for his parents to pay for the medicine and make sure that was all getting taken care of. So where does it go from there? So from a young age, Messi, he bounced around sports, didn't really know what to do, but his two older brothers played soccer, and Messi very quickly became in love with soccer. He would go to his brother's practices, he would play on his own, he would play in the streets. When he was 8 years old, he joined his first club, Newell Old Boys. It's just a little small club in Argentina, in Rosario. And from there, he grew tremendously in terms of soccer, still dealing with his growth hormone deficiency. He started tearing through the ranks. He was killing it. He was dominating at every level, and eventually, a team in Spain, a powerhouse club named FC Barcelona, were very interested in him, and they wanted him to come on trial. Messi's parents, knew that they had relatives in Spain, so it wouldn't have been too crazy. But at the same time, they were scared because that was a very big move, not only for their son but for the whole family. But they went along with it. They sent Messi into Barcelona, and he trialed, and they absolutely loved him. They loved him enough that they were going to move not only Messi but his family all the way to Argentina, and they were also going to pay for all of his growth hormone deficiency medicine that he utterly needed. And so from there, he played in the academy, basically like the junior level of the pro. And from there, same thing as he did back in Argentina. He was going through the levels like crazy and eventually made it to the pro level. And so just to recap over this first beginning of his story is just Messi, who was born with a growth hormone deficiency, born into a very poor family, is now playing at one of the biggest clubs in all of the world. And it all started with a dream. And he wasn't born with that dream. It was something that he developed. He was playing soccer, and it came through experience, and he fell in love with that dream. He said, I know how I have so many things going against me. Like I said, poor, growth hormone deficiency, things like that. Like everything was going against him, but he said, no, this is my dream. I'm going to chase that dream because that's who I am. That makes me who I am. So from there, he went into play and make his professional debut with Barcelona around 17, and from there he turned into one of the greatest soccer players of all time. He dominated in Spain. He was also playing for his international team, Argentina, winning numerous awards, winning all the trophies that he could ever imagine of. He won every single trophy that he played in. A pure domination of the sport, and honestly one of the greatest athletes of all time. And from there, he's still playing and he's still dominating. But the biggest thing besides the soccer is just the fact that his life was all about hope and a dream. Messi sacrificed everything, leaving at a very young age, leaving everything behind, leaving his home to chase the dream. And I think this is so important in people's lives because that's what it's all about. And I think a lot of people live their lives with no dream, with no hope, never knowing what they want to go after in life, and they're living a meaningless life. And that's something where I think experience is so important, is you need to put yourself out there. Similar to how Messi put himself out there to play soccer, you have to put yourself out there in different perspectives, whether that's clubs, whether that's sports, whether that's just school events, like getting involved with the family, local community, stuff like that, and just experience it. And it doesn't need to be sports. It doesn't need to be soccer. I know we were talking about it in this case, but it could be anything. You look at some of the most successful people in the world, and they came from nothing. I mean, you look at Elon Musk, you look at another sports guy, Jimmy Butler, who plays on the Miami Heat, who was a homeless man growing up, didn't even have a family, and now he's didn't even have a home, excuse me, but now he's making millions of dollars, and that's something that I just want to leave with you today is that besides it all, the dream is everything, and the quicker you can find out what your dream is, it will give you the why. Messi found out what his dream was, and that was his why. That was why he left his family. That's what got him up in the morning. That's what motivated him, and that's what I would encourage you. And it's something that I'm trying to work on personally. Is that you need to find what your dream is, and then you can start working towards it. Then you have a purpose, then you have a direction, then you can it's something attainable. It's not some false identity, it's not some false destination. It's a real thing, and you can work on it. You could set smaller goals to eventually build up to your big goal. And that's something I just wanted to leave you with is just never stop dreaming. Live a life full of purpose. And when you do have times where you lose sight of your dream, when you lose sight of your vision, you don't have your direction, you remember why you do it. You go back to what was the purpose in the beginning. And so thank you for the last 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and never stop dreaming.